So yeah, as I said, Healy River to Fairbanks International IFR flight. Let's switch, because that's basically all I have here, so I'll just close this down. And let's switch to some weather information. We'll start with this. Payne, this is the close airport. It's actually here. Let me see. It's McKinley National Park Airport, and it has a weather service. It's quite close. So we see that visibility is pretty low. We have some snow. We have broken layer at 2000, and then 3300, and overcast at 4000, minus 26, and quite low altimeter setting 2884. It's quite low. For Fairbanks, we have and we have some strong moderate wind. For Fairbanks, we have very similar visibility. This is like for runway 02 left. I don't know exactly. It's like between 4,500 and 6,000 feet, depending on the location. If I decode it, does it do anything for me? Meter for PAFA visibility. Yeah, it actually doesn't decode this one. Doesn't matter though. Broken layer at 1600, overcast to 2300, and minus 21 degrees Celsius. Then I also brought up weather for, and let me see, it's someplace there. So is it Delta Junction? No, Allen Air Force Base, because it has some VFR conditions as of now, and the forecast is scattered 3000, but between the time of our arrival it might be scattered, where overcast 3000. That's the ceiling. So this is kind of our airport for like alternate airport, because the weather at Fairbanks looks really bleak. Obviously there is icing present basically everywhere on our route. I have it turned off in the simulator just so I will simulate that it's not there, or that I have an aircraft that can magically de-ice that or anti-ice that, but obviously real-time decision is not to fly today. I want to come back to Healy River Airport because and I want to touch on something called cold temperature airport. As we all know, the altimeter is a barometric instrument, and it really measures correctly only at standard atmosphere at sea level at 15 degrees, right? Anywhere else, it will develop some errors. And since cold temperature is dangerous in a way that the altimeter will show higher, will show higher than we are actually at. Some airports are called cold temperature airports, and if the temperature drops below a certain amount of degrees, we need to apply altitude correction, right? So this one, we need to apply altitude correction if we are below at or below minus 14 Celsius. Since we have like minus 27 right now, we should apply that. Mainly this kind of concerns, let's say, arrivals. But we will review some departure procedure, and it has some altitudes, and I believe that it's very reasonable to apply that cold temperature altitude correction also there. How does it work? This is the ICAO cold temperature error table, and what it actually means is something like this. This is the reported temperature on the airport, And this is the AGL, sorry, not AGL. This is like the altitude above the field elevation. So let's say that the reported temperature is -30, which is very close to us, and we are 1,000 feet above the altitude, airport elevation. So if the airport elevation of our departure is, let's see, 1,275, then if our altimeter reads 2,275, that means that we are in fact 190 feet lower than we think, right? So we are not at 2,200, but we are at 2,075, let's say. And how it works is that we should basically add this figure to our minimum altitudes that we need to fly. Example. I will review this Healy 2 obstacle procedure, right? I can see that we should fly heading 336 all the way to 1,800 feet. 1,800 feet is, let's say, 600 or 500 feet above the airfield elevation, and according to the table, we should raise that by 100 feet. So we will not fly to 1,800, but we will fly heading 336 all the way to 1,900. Right? So we will correct this. We will add 100 feet to this. There are no other kind of altitude restrictions here, as long as we are able to maintain this minimum climb. Standard, yeah, we don't have this one, so we need to maintain 768 feet per nautical mile to 2,500 feet. So let's not do that to 2,500, but let's do that to 2,007 or 2,800 based on the correction table. Understood? I hope so.
Yep.
All right, great. Now, if I look at the Fairbanks International, this is also a cold temperature airport, and I don't know if it's mentioned here, but it's definitely mentioned at the approach plate. Let's see what are the wind conditions. I believe, well, they are 0, and forecast is for 240. So I suggest that we plan for runway 2. And there's actually RNF approach, GPS to runway 2 right, which is also good for us because we have general aviation ramps there. So I believe that we should fly that one. I will bring it up. And there's this one, I believe. What's nice is that it's an approach that features these arcs and these wedges, which are called terminal arrival areas. And you will remember, Christian, but it's been some time since we encountered these. And these are basically, this is kind of a wedge here around Doge. This is a wedge around goat, and this is a wedge around elk, or not around, but in a certain direction, bordered by these headings or courses. And those areas, 30 nautical miles to elk, or 30 nautical miles to Doge, and so on, they are all part of the published approach flight path. So as long as we are present in this area, we are already on the published approach segment. We don't need to be on these lines to be on the published approach segment, but wherever within that arc. We will be coming from this direction, so that means that we will apply that wedge, and that means that 30 nautical miles from Douch, we are already within the approach boundaries. What this practically means is that as long as we are cleared direct Douch and cleared for this approach by ATC, which we don't have any right now, it means that we are free to manage our vertical profile and we don't need to adhere to any. We are like basically cleared for the approach. That means also to descend as we need. Right? We are no longer we don't no longer need any kind of descent clearance as long as we are cleared for that approach. So I thought that we will fly that. There are also minimum altitudes. So 30 nautical miles to Douch, it is 5,400 feet, and 15 nautical miles to Douch, it's 3,700 feet, right? And then we have a standard vertical profile from Douch to Eptok, Tuxtee, and so on. Here we can see that this is really a cold weather airport, but at minus 29 degrees Celsius and less, right? So that doesn't really concern us as of now. We don't need to use those tables because even though that, let's say that we are flying at 5,400 feet indicated at our altimeter, right? Field elevation is 439, so that means that this is 5,000 feet above elevation level, and if the temperature reported is, let's see, now there is minus 21, and you are 5,000 feet above, that means that our altimeter error will be 710 feet. So if we are flying at 5,000 feet, or 5,400 feet, in reality, we are at 4,700. However, this has been counted with when they designed the approach, and this kind of deviation is not a problem as far as terrain clearance goes and so on. So that's why we don't need to alter that one. This one has LPV minima. I don't know, Christian, does your aircraft support LPV?
It does, yes.
It does, good. This stands for localizer performance with vertical guidance. It has a decision altitude of 683 feet and 7/8 of a mile. We have 1.5 miles visibility reported, so we are within the minima. And if I remember correctly, we have broken layer at 1600, which is great. And forecasts calls for broken layer at 1500. That's basically AGL. So if I look back at the approach plate, for us AGL is 300 feet, or is it 250? No, 250. 250 AGL. So that's quite fine. We should be able to make it. Missed approach is quite straightforward, literally. You fly direct Falux and hold and climb to 4,900. That's there. One note about these holding patterns that are like GPS holding patterns, and we have 5 nautical miles here. This is the maximum that we are allowed. We don't need to fly for 5 nautical miles if we are in a small aircraft. 1 minute patterns are just fine. Just means that we should not extend further than 5 nautical miles from Falux. What else? What else? Yeah, the route itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Route itself, I will do that one. We have a nice small en route chart just for Fairbanks area, and we are within that. So we have that obstacle departure all the way to EV. Then we have some Tango routes all the way to this ice. No, this is not ice pool. This is Nenana VOR, or my this is probably Vortex. And then Victor Airway to Fairbanks VOR or Vortex. we can see here that this is like the approach path, and someplace around there will be Douch. If I enter this Douch here, it will tell me that it is here. And if I remove that part, yes, then I can see that this is Douch, and here this vortex is 24 nautical miles away from this, and the course is 061. Right? If I look back at the chart, 30 nautical miles within Douch, it's already within the approach boundaries. So once we reach that one, we can fly directly to Douch, like direct Douch. We can be cleared for the approach and fly it. That means that if we had ATC, we would probably be cleared for the approach even here, even sooner. So that's what I would do. What I filed is this one all the way to Fairbanks VOR or Vortex, just to be safe. Let me see. Yeah, I also wanted to. I really like this airport, to be honest, because it has like runways for everything. If I look here, we have the main runway, which is 2 left and 20 right. Then we have a smaller one. Then we have a ski strip right here, and then we also have a water runway here. So it basically can accommodate any type of aircraft. Look on the Google Maps, this is the main runway, this is the smaller one, this is the ski strip, and we have a waterway here. If I zoom in, obviously during summer, we have aircraft parked everywhere here. Nice, I believe.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Alternate airport. Did you talk about it or not yet?
No, I have just mentioned which I would use, and we can look at it. It might not have a suitable approaches, right, for us. Let's see.
All right, the Air Force Base.
Yeah, it's an Air
You did
Force
say
base.
that, yeah.
Yeah. It has a like non-standard alternate, but it's available. So if needed, we can fly there.
Otherwise, if we want to go further, we could also go to Papa Alpha Bravo Tango. That's a bit of a huge detour, but it has good weather.
Battles?
Battles, yeah.
Oh.
Yep. It's very far. But I guess if we want to bypass this huge front of clouds and doom.
Yeah. Well, we can call it our second alternate then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to mention this cold weather table and these TAA approaches, this terminal arrival area approaches, which are these ones today. Something more special than our usual stuff, and a very nice layout of the airport. Yeah, I believe that's it, and all that's remaining is to wish you happy flying.
Happy flying.
Righty. So it's working. I've had the engine heater on for like an hour right now, so I hope that I will be able to start the engine nicely. So let's see if I'm able to do that. It's full, correct it. Parking brake on, very good. Beacon and fuel pump. Pressurizing, very good. As you can see, we already have oil temperature in the green, which is very nice. Let's try to let's prime it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 5 today. Let's hope that we will not overflood it. Let's try to start the engine. So pure prop. Yes. Go. Nice. Oil pressure is in the green. Very good. Reduce the mixture a bit. Nice. Right, now I can do white light. We are charging the battery. We have enough fuel. We will do right tank. Great. Nav lights. Good. It's great. Avionics go on, and we will program our flight. Altimeter is quite low, to 8 something, so very low. If it was to 884, something like that, yes. We are not going to refill today. We've already got our squawk for today's flight, so let's input it. It's 2313. Enter, great. Flight plan, destination, Papa Alpha Foxtrot. Papa Alpha Foxtrot Alpha. No. What? Enter. Now we will do, let's see if we have a departure here. Departure, Healy 2, great. We will load that in. Departure, and then we will do, yeah, we have EV there. Let's see, EV there, and then we are going Tango 399er. Load array, yes, 399er. And we are going to fly that one all the way to Echo November. Yes, load. And after that, I would expect the clearance to fly the approach, but in case we are not receiving that, I will also do Victor 480 to Fairbanks, right? Load it in because that's what I filed. Along the way, I will probably already load this approach. It's RNAV to right, transition that one, and I will just load it, will not activate it, right? Okay, so that's it, and now I will review if that looks correct. Yes, that looks correct. Obviously this is strange because I not goat, I don't want to go to goat. If I selected goat, I want to go to Dodge. Let's see. Yeah, I did it correctly. So let's see. Select approach. Dodge. Load approach. And hold doesn't need to be there. But actually, yes, because I'm coming from Fairbanks VOR and not directly, so it's kind of not exactly how we will fly it. If we are clear to Dodge from here, then yes, we need to do the hold, but otherwise we will go from Oat. But I expect that we will fly direct from this VOR directly to Dodge. That's fine. Okay. Let's do the map. Right. Great. Okay. Believe that we can go. So frequency is 122.9er is or should be the setup of this, yes. I will already pre-select the setup for that one, which will be 118.3. Let's enter. Great. Healy River traffic, Oscar Kilo Alpha Charlie, Piper Comanche on the ramp, taxiing for runway 33, Healy River. Parking brake. Brakes are working, very good. Flying today, Christian? That's not a Kodiak, right?
Nope, that's a PC-12.
Ah, have you changed, or it's just for today's flight?
It's for flight into known icing conditions, so I thought I'd take the an aircraft that can handle icing.
So you're not a cheater?
Nope, I don't cheat. I cheat by magically beaming a PC-12 where there should be a Kodiak.
Okay, fair enough. So enjoy your flight.
Yeah, you too.
Let's test this engine. set up for departure. We will do a red light. Guess this is still not good, right? This one, yeah, it's horrible. So to deal with that. Actually, I see it just fine like that. So let's keep it. Right, I believe we can go. So we will turn on pitot heat for now. We'll do landing lights, strobe lights, and let's go. Healy River traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, Piper Comanche, taking off runway 33, straight out departure, and slight turn to the left, Healy River. So if I do this manually, yeah, then it works fine. I will need to fix the bindings. This is fine. Okay. I will do flaps up, departure today.
Healy River traffic, November 36 Foxtrot, point below the speed 12 on the ground, taxi to runway 33, Healy River.
Zero. Climbing to 1900.
River traffic, November 36 Foxtrot at Alpha, lining up and departing runway 33, straight out departure, Healy River. Traffic, November 36 Foxtrot, upwind, runway 33, 2,400, climbing 9,000 feet, departing to the northwest, final call, Healy River. correction. Fairbanks traffic, American 623 on Alpha, taxi into runway 20 right via Alpha. Fairbanks traffic. Fairbanks traffic, November 36 Foxtrot, time Pilatus PC-12 on the RNAV runway 2 left. Fairbanks. Fairbanks traffic, November 36 Foxtrot, correction on the RNAV runway 2 right. Fairbanks traffic.
Running on the right tank. No, we are running on the left tank. Let's slowly. Can slowly descend by now.
Fairbanks traffic, November 36 Foxtrot, about a 4-mile final for runway 2 right. Fairbanks traffic. Fairbanks traffic, November 36 Foxtrot, on a short final runway 2 right for a full stop landing. Fairbanks. Fairbanks traffic, November 36 Foxtrot, runway 2 right, located, taxiing to parking, Fairbanks.
Switching line lights. Yep.
Fairbanks traffic, American 623 departing runway 20 right. Going to be departing the area to the southwest. Fairbanks traffic.
So we'll continue this descent. We're almost there. 700. Fairbanks traffic, Oscar Kilo Papa Charlie, Piper Comanche on a 12 mile final from runway
Fairbanks traffic, American 623 is clear the pattern departing area out to the southwest. Got traffic on the fish finder, no factor. Hurrah!
So I do hope that you enjoyed the flight. It's quite marginal. Get it on the ground. But we made it. Hopefully see you next time. Bye bye.